idea is great, but execution is better. You have to execute, you have to be committed, and don't give up.
Hi and welcome. These are the Startup Stories, where we talk about startups and what make them work. I'm your host, Szymon Adamus, and today we meet with Michał Wojewoda from Petsy, an online service that makes it easier to find a professional and caring sitter for your pet. Hi, Michał. What can you tell us about Petsy and your main goals?
Okay, hi Shimon. Thank you for having me.
Great to have you here.
Yeah. Petsy, like you mentioned, Petsy is an online marketplace that connects pet sitters with the pet owners, and we started it some time ago. The idea is like 5 years old, and we started doing it 2 years from now. And now we have a full product, we're working, we have the customers, and we're trying to understand how to make an online marketplace, how to understand the marketplace and make it a great business.
Can you tell us a little bit more? How does it work? What is your goal and what problems are you trying to solve?
So Petsy basically connects pet sitters with the pet owners. When pet owner have a problem, he don't have anyone to leave his pet, he can find a trusted local pet sitter who can help him with the dog. So at Petsy you can book 3 types of services. First, it's a boarding. So the pet sitter takes your dog for the night, walking. So pet sitter come to your house, take a dog and go for a walk around your place. And the third service is drop-in visit, that pet sitters goes to your house and talk and take care of your cat or the dog, like taking for the walk while you are away. Take care of the cat, give the food, change the water, or clean the litter box.
Is it a service only for cat and dog owners, or if someone has, I don't know, a snake or a spider and needs someone to help with?
We thought about it, but this is only for cat and dog owners, because it's really hard to standardize how you should deal with the spider or with the snake, or just establish if the pet sitter know how to handle that kind of animals. So we decided to do only dog and cat services. And also this is a business decision, because when you look at the market, everything else besides the cat and dogs, it's like 0.5% of the market.
Sure, yeah. Cats and dogs rule the world. I imagine that such a specific business idea came from a personal experience. Is that true?
Yeah, it is. I always wanted to do something for the cats and dogs. And the pet sitting is one of the my problems that I had with my dog. I was working in a consulting. After when you work in a consulting, you work a lot. You have to travel a lot. You have to move a lot. So we bought a dog. His name is Orzech. He's now almost 11 years old. So when you have that long, you have a dog that long, you always encounter the problems that are different in every time. So first of all, when you have a small dog, everyone wanted to take care of him. So the mother, father-in-law, my mother, friends, neighbors. But after the time, the dog gets older, the people gets older, they take families, they move outside the city, the parents feel worse, or they just don't have much time. And you see, like during the time, you have less and less people who can take care of it. When we had to go for a holiday, there was no one who could take care of the dog, and we were going to the place where it's really extremely hot. And for the golden retriever, it's not a good place to take the dog to take him.
Sure.
And I started to look for some solutions. I found that you can find some people online, on the Facebook marketplaces, on the groups, but you don't know if that person is that person, What are their competences? How will they deal the dog? And if they disappear, you don't know anything about them, right?
So
and I saw that.
so the safety of the pet was a concern.
Yeah, yes, extremely. You just give the someone who is part of your family. It's like giving a child. If you ask the dog person or the cat person, like this is a part of the family, and you need to know if you give that dog or the cat to the right hands. And I noticed that there is no place to do it. And I was thinking like, okay, that's the thing I can do. And after many thinking, analyzing, we decided to go for it. And here we are today.
Yeah, that's great. That's great because it's combining personal problems, personal needs with, as I presume you did some market research with a bigger need, right?
Yeah.
Because I guess that you are not the only one with such a problems.
Yeah. The process is really also interesting. How we came up with it. I always wanted to do something for the cats and dogs, and there was many options like. Pet tech in Poland is generally booming, and few years ago there was not many places or not many things that are popular with the cats and dogs in the case of the pet tech. We were thinking about the online booking like Booksy, but for the vets, for the grooming, and many other services. But when I and my co-founder talked, we decided like, okay, what's the best solution? What's the easiest way? And how can we, and which idea we can scale really, really fast? And pet sitting was one of them. And we decided to go with it. And when we were like, okay, the pet sitting is great, we can do it, but let's be honest, I think like someone had to do it, right? Globally, and we search online, and yes, there are two big companies. There's Rover and there's Wag, but those are the two companies that are really huge and have a great share of the global market. Rover is a unicorn with on a stock market with $1.6 billion valuation. And Rover is like 350 million valuation right now. Probably if there wasn't COVID, they would be in Europe. But COVID did huge damage to both of the companies and slowed them down. So they're mostly in United States and United Kingdom, and Europe is mostly open for us.
Aren't you afraid that they are going to catch up now that the COVID is basically over, or at least not a concern as much? Maybe they will.
Yeah, they might, but we did the research, and they're mostly in United States and UK because they took over some company in UK. But overall, the amount of business that Rover do outside the US, it's like it's like 7%, and 1.5% is Europe. So mostly Canada and other countries. So if they get in, they won't be developing as fast as they could probably, and we still can manage. We also checked for the competition in broadly in all of the Europe. We found like 30 other services, but none of them was first growing really fast and had substantial part of the market. So we decided that there is a huge opportunity in Europe, and we can be in 2-3 years time, we can be a great player in and have substantial amount of market in Europe. So we decided to do it. So Poland is the first place to start. We know the market, we know how to works, and it's a great place to start because we have 50 million cats and dogs, and we're
really more cats and dogs than people.
Yeah, no, 50 million, 15 million, 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
I was scared that they are taking over already.
No. Yeah, so 50 million cats and dogs, and we're the fourth market in Europe. So this is a great place to start and to start spreading across the Europe. So hopefully,
do you have a schedule when are you planning to go Europe wide?
Yeah, we want to start next year. With two countries to understand how to scale up, what's the deals, what's the issues, how to solve it, And when we understand how to do it, and we will do it successfully, we want to raise a round to start doing full scale in other countries.
Okay, nice. That's nice. Can you share, I don't know, the market value or the number of clients that you already have? How is it going for you?
It's going pretty well. So if you think about the market, we estimate that Polish market for the pet sitting services is worth around 4 billion zloty. It's equal that pets food. So this is a huge market, but if we look at the penetration is like 1%. So if we count every service that is made in Poland with the parents, friends, and other people, it's 4 billion. But if you look how on the services that are getting paid, so the commercial, it's about the 1% of this market. So there's a huge opportunity and huge market to be built, and we think like each year it's going to grow really fast. Going for the numbers, we are growing like 20% month to month.
Nice.
It's also it's little early because we started last February, so the base is really small, but it's getting steady. We're getting steady growth.
And what was the reception in Poland? Because when I'm thinking about Polish people, we are lovely people, but we are not very I don't know, trusty. I don't know how to say it. We have a problem with trusting other people. And like you said, pet owners are not thinking about their pets as things. They are part of the family. They are family members. So I guess that might have been a problem. Or am I wrong?
Yeah. So in case of social trust, the social trust index in Poland is like close to the bottom of the table. But there are few things that are we have to take into the consideration, because if I have a dog and you have a dog, this trust index goes really high.
Okay.
Yeah. So people thinking like if you have a dog, you cannot be a bad person. That's deceiving, right? But yeah, this is really you can observe it on the groups, Facebook groups, on the boards, notice boards, or similar things. Like people talk with each other. So take care of my dog. Okay, I will take care of it. So people trust other people who have a dog, who take care of the dog. It's with little margin. Yeah, they have to meet, they have to understand them, they have to be convinced that this person will take care of the dog, and it takes time, energy, effort, and everything. So Petsy basically was built and designed by trust. So how can we build the trust in pet sitters, and how can we build trust in owners that the platform is doing what it should do? So provide good or the best pet sitters around the market. So people generally don't have a issue about giving their dogs, like big issue about giving their dogs to the people that they don't know or haven't met already. One case was, I was thinking about the drop-in visits. So if you do the drop-in visits, you have to give the keys to the pet sitter, and pet sitter goes to your house, open it, feeds the cat, closes, and is doing it for 3, 5, 4 days straight with no one in house beside the cat or the dog. And I was thinking like, who will give the keys?
Yeah.
Like, is this an issue? And first, what I did, I started to calling cat sitters in Warsaw. So basically, drop visits are mostly for the cat, for the cats, because you don't move the cat likes to stay in the house. And I was talking with a cat sitter with 20 years experience, and she sent me a photo of like 30 keys to the other people's apartments.
Really?
I was like, okay, they didn't have an issue. And she said like, yeah, slight issue, but most of the time is like, take care of the cat for 1 day. So she gets in, takes the keys, take care of the cat, and when they meet after she is returning the keys, there was okay, everything is okay, nothing is missing, you seems fine, the cat is satisfied. So next week we're leaving for 2 weeks. So take the keys with you. Yeah,
Like a test run
yeah,
of a
yeah, yeah.
sitter. Okay.
They like test run, and also, yeah, they didn't have any problems with giving the keys. So we decided, like, okay, if we do the extensive research, we vet the pet sitters, it's going to be fine and okay, and yeah, the people are given the keys, and the drop-in visits are really growing in case of our business.
Okay, the vetting process was actually my next question, because I think that's a fascinating topic. I bet you had to create a system that gives owners info about the sitter and vice versa, because the story that you said about the keys, uh, that would be a great issue for me, for letting someone that I don't know to my home. How did you manage that? What I don't know, architecture, or what systems you had to create to give this feeling of comfort for the both sides?
Mm-hmm. So the vetting process is something we constantly work on. We designed first way to vet pet sitters, and we decided to change it every 2-3 weeks to gather the knowledge, understand what we have to change, and implement it almost instantly. So we started with the extensive. If you're a pet sitter, you sign up in the platform, you have to fill a long form. We asked the question about you, whether you had any experience, to take care of your profile and everything. It's really a lot of work to make the profile working and going. So that's the first step. People who don't want to do it won't go through the process, and many people are signing up, filling few things, and that's it. They're leaving it. After you fill everything, you have to send the profile for verification, and we have two persons who one is mostly our Olga, chief pet sitter. She is zoopsychiatrist and behaviorist, and dog behaviorist, and she's looking at the profile, reading it, and try to understand if that person is have any knowledge, or if this is true info of their, if there is something missing, or there's too much of something. And if there is something to change, she's sending the person information, like, change this, move that. You said you have the diploma, send me the diploma. We have to confirm it before it's going online. So after that, and if everything is okay, the person is approved for the platform, but they have to do the verification process, the in-person verification process.
Oh.
We're going, like, through the Google Meet. Right now, so there's this, like, 30-40 minutes conversation about their experience, and what they wrote about themselves in a profile, how they understand the platform, how this should work, and so there's a verification and information on this call. And after this call, we decide if this person stays on the platform or is being removed. So now we have around 2,000 pet sitters on the platform, and we approve around 12% of pet sitters.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is really extensive and really thorough process, because we know if we have a lot of interest. So everybody wants to be a pet sitter. That's the great job. You're getting paid for taking care of the dogs or the cats. It's really enjoyable work. So everybody wants to do it, but not everybody can. Sure. That is why we have to be really selective, and if we have a huge base, we can be really selective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and not everyone can, and I think not everyone should, for the sake of the pets, mainly. But
yeah.
the reason I'm asking all of that is because I think that it's a great initiative and a great business, connecting people who love animals to share the care of the animals. But I'm sure that there are people who are thinking about exploiting your system, for example, for gaining access to someone's apartment. So I'm sure that the vetting process has to be very thorough, because without that, I bet you will be, the part of something that you don't want to be a part of. Is that a big problem? Did you encounter such a I don't know, people who wanted to get inside of your system to get access to other people apartments or something like that?
Right now, no, we haven't noticed, but we understand that there is a threat in this area. We also know that with the rover, they had some similar cases. They had warnings. We read them, we understand them, and we know that how we have to structure the process, how we have to explain people, how we have to understand, because this is not only for the owner. So the pet sitter might be the imposter, like to want to take care of the flat or steal something or take the dog, but also there's a other side, like the owners might be some suspicious people.
Yeah, sure.
So we understand this is a C2C, so this is customer to customer, and we have to address these issues. So we make the campaign, we understand, we try to explain how this works, what might be suspicious, and if anyone sees something suspicious that they don't like, so the owner and pet sitter, they can send us information like, take care of this, or look at this. This is something fishy, right? So both parties can tell that something is not right. Like, look at this, or you can like block someone. And also, pet sitter can say like they won't do this job, right? So they can take it or say like, I won't do it. They can do they can pick the jobs. Oh yeah,
sure. Yeah, I was saying that I was thinking about Uber, because when Uber started, it was very free roamy style of business that there are no problems. Everyone can be a driver, everyone can be a customer, and etc. etc. But as they grew and grew, it turned out that that there has to be some rules, there has to be some systems that protect both sides, like you said, because the problems arise.
yeah. I think this is like with the startups. You can do the perfect guidelines and everything, but you don't have time for it. You have to grow. Sure. You have to check add the new features. You have to fix bugs. You have to find the customers. You have to grow. If you have a time for doing all those procedures, you probably don't grow fast enough.
Okay. Plus, at the end of the line, you won't anticipate everything.
Exactly.
Sure.
Incremental job.
What are the other biggest challenges that you have doing your platform?
The biggest challenges, I think, for us, we think about ourselves as a tech company, I can say, and we have a lot of tech problems. So we need to be data driven. So we work on the data, how to analyze the data, how to gather the data, how to structure the data, and get the insight for the next products, next features, or how we should develop our algorithms for pairing, for talking, and there are many issues right now, but we are focusing right now on mostly on a conversion. So we decided like we have to grow really aggressively, really fast, because we decided to go to be VC-backed companies. We have investors, and we decided if we will grow, we can figure most of the issues later. And this is the biggest issue for us right now. Can we find a solution for growth? There are many companies in Europe that didn't find it. They're doing a bootstrap. They're growing really slow, and I think that's not the issue. This is good for the other companies that are VC backed, that they can buy them one after another after some time. We decided we want to have a big company, possibly unicorn with the IPO in 7 or 8 years. And if we want to do it, we have to grow, we have to understand it. So right now we're focused on conversion and understanding how the users use our platform, what they are doing, how they are talking with each other, what are their issues, and how to make the second job. So first of all, it's really to get the first customer. It's really hard to get them buy the service again. So this is our most issue right now. how to raise it.
If that's the biggest issue of standing in the line of the growth, what is the most helpful? What helps you the most with growing fast?
What helps us the most? Money.
Easy answer.
Yeah. I mean, you need to put some money to understand, to get the data, to get the people flowing, and get the deals. This is really really important, because we can gather a lot of data really fast. If we put enough money in the marketing, we get the clients, we can understand them, then we can get them by the CEO, or then just they are here on the platform, so we can mail them, we can push them, and yeah, we can go with the other ways of communication, and remind them, like, if you have to go somewhere, here is Petsy.
Okay. So how did you gather the finances to finance this rapid growth? Is there a lesson other startups can learn from Petsy?
Yeah, there are many lessons. I think there are many lessons. Fundraising is really tough, and it's not for everybody, I think. So to put it in the perspective, we started when we had idea. At the stage of idea, we made a pitch deck. We were good at making presentations as a consultants, and we did a round with the VC, and they said, like, okay, that's really nice idea. This is solid analysis, yeah, but there is no blood, there is no sweat, there are no tears, and there are no product. Okay, like, make the product and show us something. Okay. So how do we get the money? There are two ways. Bootstrap and or like low code, no code, just to test it and find the first customers, or you can go and build the actual product. We were thinking about it, and okay, there is a Rover, there is a WAG, there are cases outside of Poland, so the idea is working. So we can move this low code phase and go with the product. Okay, so the first issue is the money, how to find the money to hire developers, and we decided to go with the union-backed program, Platformy Startowe. We got 1 million zloty for it, and we built the first version of the product. We built the team, and after 1 million, we needed to find outside funding. So we put a lot of our own cash. So 3F, family, friends, and fools that's supported us, and we had the traction, we had the customers, we had the working product. It was going really well, and we decided to go with the angel round. So right now we are at the really end, and we secured almost $2.5 million with million zloty dollars with
that
maybe
would be
next
great.
round. Yeah,
that would be great.
yeah. So 2.5 million zloty with the convertible note, and that should be enough for the next 2 years to work on the product and to go to get the results, to go to fix the product, to make it going, to understand how to grow, and to go on into the two countries, and go with this for the VC higher round.
Okay. Congratulations! You have you with your own work, you got to the place that you can maybe a little relax a little bit, because you can now focus on next 2 years of developing and and building your business. So that's a great place to be.
It's far from relaxed. we have bigger issues.
Sure.
Yeah, when you get the rounds from many people, you understand, like, okay, this is the time we need to pay them back. They need to earn money, and we feel it every day. It's not like easy to talk with these people every month and to you have to work hard for them to earn the money, and after 3, 4, 5 years, I want to look in their eyes, and they should be happy and not like hiding and saying sorry that it didn't work out. Yeah.
That's a great segue for the question that I was saving for the last, but I had to ask it. I have to ask it now. What's your managing style? You are talking about your employees as with great respect, which is awesome. But how do you manage your company? How do you what is your policy? What is your philosophy of business?
Yeah, we really rely on the team because we couldn't do anything ourselves. We find the people that want to build a great product, that want to be a part of something that is really, really big, and they have the responsibility to do it. So everybody knows their area of work, and there are master of that area. So if you have like Olga, who is chief pet sitter, she really take care of those people. She knows she works with the clients, she works with the pet sitters, and she knows that she have to understand how this works, and she have to create the community. And this I couldn't say like do this, do that, do this, or some other thing. She's really her own boss, and she knows she's creating something new. So we're looking for the people who want to create something new, who wants to make something great and be proud of it. This is the biggest idea. So everybody is entrepreneur in their own area, and this is working really good, I think.
What's the most important thing to do in such a if someone wants to run their business like you, what's the most important thing with your working with your employees to make them want to stay with the company, to learn and grow with it?
Yeah, I think you have to be focused, precise, and have a lot of empathy for the people. We are all figuring it out. Like there's no easy solution how to do it. Like there are books like telling that this is how you do the startup. Like no, first day you get punched in the face, and you have to take your teeth, put it back, and go work next day, right? So this is really not easy. We're still struggling with many things, but I think we have a really great satisfaction. So every month we meet, we talk about how it goes, what we learned, what was good, what wasn't, and I think this is really important to feel this moment of victory after sometimes after you did something, and gets people going, I think.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Let's go back a few steps. Go back to the technology you were talking about, because I was wondering what's the difference, what's the main positive and maybe negatives about between app and web-based solution, because you are on Apple's App Store and Google Play, but you are all
Yeah.
your platform is also available via web browser. What's the difference here? What's the upside? What's the downside of being mobile or being on the web on the browser?
Yeah, there are many things, I think, but just to understand how we did it, we started with the web in February last year, and after like 6-7 months, we understand like everybody's using mobile version
Yeah.
of the website.
Yeah.
Like okay, and by the way, the first mobile version, the first experience of mobile was terrible. It's really terrible. When I went through the process, I said like, okay, you cannot book anything with this, so let's fix it. So after fixing it and working on it for a few months, we saw like 89-95% of the people were using mobile versions. And say okay, we need the app, and there are many approaches to make an app, and the easiest is probably the better. So if you can easily and fast develop it, it's really needed at this early stage. We found our first angel investor, Martin, that had like 20 plus years experience in coding, but also he have a great business experience, and he said like, okay, I can invest money and I can make an app. So we decided to make an app that is in the same technology stack. So everything is written in JavaScript, all Petsy, so apps and web version. And yeah, so we did it in 3 months, MVP of the app, and we put
Nice.
it online and started to add another features. But the philosophy was that you don't make the web version and app version the same. You just focus on the things that bring you money or satisfaction of the customer. So we constantly looking for the what the users are using, what they want, and we adding it. And what's the difference? So mainly, I think we can better provide our offer. It's better user experience. We can do really nice things on the app, and with the mobile version, it's really tough to do something. With mobile apps, it's easier, and
Okay.
in terms of business, we can see that conversion is 3 times higher on the application than on mobile. So this is like people were saying like app is better because of the conversions. So yeah, I can say yeah it
Okay,
is.
okay. I think that the decision between going on the mobile devices or sticking to the desktop computer is a no-brainer nowadays, because I think like 80% of the traffic in the internet is now done on the mobile devices.
Yeah.
So it's mostly, I think, the decision between the web version of the mobile version of the web page or the app. But like you said, the app is the in your opinion is the better way, right?
Yeah, definitely. We were thinking like with the web version, it will be easier for the pet sitters to manage the profiles and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And no, they
No.
want mobile experience. Yeah, so
Okay.
they're talking on the toilet with the people, right? They're
Sure.
doing
Sure. Sure. Sure.
walks or something like that. So mobile first. Yeah,
Yeah. That's our second nature now. So
yeah.
like a sixth sense we have all the time in our pocket. So it's not very surprising that people want that. Is there a big difference in the customer base between iOS and Android? What's the main platform for you?
It's really similar at this moment, and but we
Interesting.
are still moving the traffic from the web to the app, but it's really like 55 to 55, yeah, for iOS, I think. But it's really similar, but we are still like relatively low base for this analytics.
Okay, so the iPhones are already getting more popular than Android phones in Poland, because it few years ago that was unthinkable.
Yeah, I think so. Like there are many aspects because we are two-sided marketplace, so it varies from the owners and the pet sitters. But yeah, that's a really good statistic to
Hmm.
follow up. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Going back to the even further back to the the relation with caretakers and pet owners. Uh, are there any mines on that minefield that you had to detect and overcome, building that connection between two people? Because I guess that it's not easy to connect to people who have the same goal, but are basically strangers to each other. But they have to, give the.
Mm-hmm.
For example, does
Mm-hmm.
the pet owner has to go through the same process of the verification as the pet sitter? I guess not.
No. So for the pet owner, it's really easy to register on the platform. So you only need name, address, and phone number, and email address. Yeah,
Yeah.
later on. So this is all. There is no vetting for the
Mm-hmm.
owner. We thought about it. There are a few issues, but mostly I could say that the biggest issue is communication. Yeah. So from the both sides. So sometimes pet sitters don't ask, the
Mm-hmm.
owners won't tell,
Okay.
and there is a problem. So yeah, pet sitter didn't ask, owner didn't said that the dog cannot be standalone, and after pet sitter went to the shop to buy some bread, the dog eat through the door.
Whoa.
Yeah, or ate the carpet, or I don't know, some other stuff like chew the phone, chew the shoes, There are some issues with it, but mostly this is like communication, and you have to remember that this is a C2C. So we are there. Both sides are not professionalists
Sure.
in this. Some are, yeah, because this is we have pet sitters that are professionals, so
Mm-hmm.
have their degree, they're working in a field like veterinary or behaviorists, but also there are people who just had the dogs for the long time, they know how to
Okay.
take care of it, they want the side job, or people are working on from home, and they can take care of the dog 24/7. So they're not experts, they don't know everything about the sales process, how to handle with the client, what to ask, how to talk with them, but we're putting a lot of effort in the people who are on the platform to educate them, like ask for this, ask for that. We did some tool tips, we did some things in a application that help them to help them to be a better I don't know, salesman
Mm-hmm.
or customer service person also, because yeah, basically at the end of the day they have to talk with the client, understand their needs, and
Sure.
deliver it. Yeah.
But that's a great topic because you were talking about issues and problems and opportunities, technology focused, but the culture aspect of it all is also very challenging, as I think, because if you are trying, you will be trying to go Europe wide. To the other countries, and that's going to be a problem because that's a different culture. But do you see that inside of one country, in Poland? Do you see, for example, the differences in culture and communication between big and small cities, different regions of country? Is that an issue?
We can see differences between large cities and small cities with the communication, with the understanding of the needs, with the pricing also.
Yeah.
It's we started to measure it. We are working like 3 months right now on the platform that help us to gather and analyze the data. But from those data we have right now, we can see that there's a difference between the Warsaw and the other cities, and also
Mhm.
other big cities like Poznań, Wrocław, Łódź, and Rzeszów, Zielona Góra. Yeah, so each region have its own specifics. There are little tweaks that we have to change, like the algorithm works differently in Warsaw,
Mhm.
works differently in Rzeszów. Yeah, and we have to take into considerations most of those things. Right now, it's mostly small tweaks, but maybe in next year that will be an issue, and we probably work more on this. If it is if we look at abroad, so like how do Germans treat their
Yeah.
dogs, and how do the Czech people, or I don't know, Swedish, we read a bit about it.
Mhm.
So most we try to search like on Facebook, on Reddit, or any other platforms that we use English language, to understand what are the issues, what is the approach for the owners. So yeah, each country is different thing. Yeah,
Sure. Yeah,
and this
I
is
bet, and
question.
I think that
Yeah,
might be a challenge for you maybe in the future when you go. For example, Germany. That's a like
yeah,
100, 180%, 180 degrees different culture than Poland. So I'm sure
yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
have a different approach to pets too.
Yeah, we had many talks with the business angels or other people about how we going to how we are going to do it, right? How we are
Yeah.
going outside, and there are many cases like how do you treat the dog, how do you treat the cat, how do you treat other people, how do you go through the technology. So we know that German people don't like the technology as much as we do. In Poland we have the best mobile apps for banking, and in German this is not so good, right?
Okay.
So there are many things we have to take into the consideration and understand before we go to the other country. But I think we have a good base. We have the good understanding how the procedure works. We had a lot of made payments and services, and I think we have a lot of material to understand how to go outside. And also we will have the platform to verify and understand the data.
Great. And what are these two countries that are you are thinking about going next?
Yeah, we're thinking about Czech Republic and that side of the Europe, but also we are taking into consideration Germany, Switzerland. We don't know yet
Yeah,
what to pick, but this is our two ways to go.
sure. Germany would be a game changer. That's a huge market, right?
Yes, definitely huge market.
Okay, we are almost done. So I will have last question, but first I want to ask you if anything surprised you during the process of building Petsy for all these years.
Anything surprised me?
What didn't you expect, and it came like a, freight train in positive or negative, whatever.
Yeah, with positive, I think reception of the idea.
Mm-hmm.
I had many calls with the people. Like there was calling some lady that wanted to sell me something. Like and she was, before I tell you what I want, just great idea, great idea. I have two dogs.
Excellent.
I really need this. Yeah, and I had a lot of that calls. And every time someone wants to sell something, like okay, but first, the
First,
great idea, right?
that's great.
Yeah, and we also got the free press for it
Mm-hmm.
few times. Yeah, and I think like people really enjoy the service, really enjoy it, and say like this is a great initiative. And also after using it, they have really positive information. So
That's awesome.
we measure NPS, and we have 8.7 on 10,
Nice.
and that's great. Like we hope like 5 6 will be okay for us.
Okay.
And we have for the first 3 or 4 months, like this is high. Like okay, it will get worse, but it didn't.
It
Yeah,
didn't.
it's always last session of calls through the clients and pet sitters. We had NPS 8.5.
Nice.
So yeah, this is great.
Awesome. Okay, so my last question is, I wanted to ask you for I wanted to ask you for an advice for other startups, people who want to have a great idea like yours and have such a great reception, but also build a business out of it. What's the one or two or maybe three, whatever, advice you can give for new startups?
For new startups, so idea is great, but execution is better. You have to execute, you have to be committed, and don't give up. Like really don't give up. I talk with many founders that did a lot, but they gave up at some point.
Mm.
So when we did the fundraising, we contacted more than 300 people. That's really that was a lot of no's. So yeah, and don't give up. Like do your thing, have your goals set up, wake up every morning and say like this is your day, right? And don't give up. Don't give up. It will be a lot of hard times, hard moments that you want to give up. Like don't give up.
Okay.
Just do it. Just
stick,
do it.
stick to it.
And yeah, stick to the plan, and do it. Yeah,
Okay.
this is my advice. Yeah.
Great. Thanks a lot. And thank you for a very interesting idea and great service. I hope that you will be able to, get sitters for a lot of pets. I'm sure very going to appreciate it, and the owners too. Thank you for your time. If you have anything to add, that's the great moment. That's the moment for that.
Okay, thank you for having me, and I say once again for everybody who is listening to it, like stick to your dreams, don't give up, and do great products.
And with that, we are finishing this Startup Stories episode. Thank you for joining us, and have a great day.